Well, it's gonna be one of those. I don't know what's this video is gonna do, but it's just needing to kind of just talk about it. This has been a really, really, really hard week. So I started full time and about a little over 90 days ago. I started the whole process about 6 months ago when I bought this little rig and kind of preparing for it, and it's just slowly moved into a direction I haven't wanted it to go. My vision was to be more out in those majestic areas of mountains and west area. Ended up in a lot of the east area. Just a lot of things with work and things like that. It just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to, and now I'm just not happy with it. And I made this commitment to excuse me, to do this for 24 months in this trailer. It's a 16.5-foot trailer, and it's really small, but which is not so much the issue, but I'm just miserable now, and I'm so disappointed in myself for allowing myself to get in this position. But it has been somewhat of an issue for me in planning on how I've done things in the past. But I've allowed myself, I think, to get to this point again because my youngest son moved out. That was all part of this, is whatever I chose to do in life from here on out was not going to have so much of an instant effect on others or others in my life. It's kind of, I'm just more responsible just for myself. But I'm just an emotional wreck right now. It's just all this confinement, and this is all part of what I wanted to go through is finding but it's just it's hitting me right now. And so I'm making a lot of changes and thinking about a lot of things the last couple of days. I'm going to try to make some moves to restabilize myself. Not so much out. What I envision doing is I'll still be in the trailer. I've committed to that, minimalizing, and I'm going to stay in this for that 2 years. So it's going to be 2020 before I get out of it. And I may not want to. And I wish I could now. I wish I didn't have that commitment to myself. And then my mom's birthday's today. She's 83 years old. And she's had a lot of onset dementia, and I think probably Alzheimer's. Maybe early stages she's been diagnosed with since she hurt herself maybe 2 or 3 years ago now with her hip. Things were happening before then, but that kind of, a trauma to the body and the mind can, it kind of can jump things a little bit further, advance it. So I called her this morning, and so this is the first time it took a little bit more of a minute for her to kind of grasp that it was me, her son, which has not ever been an issue or the case before. So that on top of it, you have to understand, I haven't talked about my background much, but it has just been my mom when I was growing up, and she's always been that one constant in my life. There's never been any other constants except for my kids, since my kids have been born. But it's really hard. That's a really hard thing, and just not just that whole disease thing, and watching somebody deteriorate like that from the kind of person she was. Because I see a lot of her and my kids, and she was a little dynamo. She was one of those people who would go 100 miles an hour. She was a therapist, and psychologist, and she was, she lived a life of helping people, even though she couldn't help her own life so much. But Lord, I don't know about anybody else, but I do know that I yearn for just long periods of a consistent progression in life. And I've had so many successes with, I've never hit that pinnacle, but so many successes in everything I've done. And, I have a lot of talents in a lot of things, but, I tend to always want to take another risk or move into a different direction, or instead of continue on and ride something out. And these are times that I yearn for that. I beat myself up because I get myself in these positions where I'm not happy because I didn't, I don't know, for whatever reason. There's no blame. I don't think, I'm not even trying to blame myself. It's just, but my kids are, are wonderful. I think they've part of my mishaps. I've been married to, just a little bit. I've been married, come from a very extremely abusive background. My father was a major alcoholic, very abusive to me and my mom. I mean, he, I had some broken bones when I was a kid and some different things. And thank goodness she was able to break free of him when I was, I think, 7 years old. And because there probably could have been a chance I wouldn't be here. And I've been married, I had my struggles. Single mom. She's a great mom in a lot of ways, but not a very good mom in so many ways because she was focused on herself, and which is understandable. But we were extremely poor in a lot of ways, and that's, again, all character building, shoot from the hip, and learning how to navigate life in a survival mode. It can be very beneficial because I know that it doesn't matter what happens. You can throw anything at me, I'll get through it and past it. It's just that I think you start relying on that. If you have that ability, you start knowing that you can take a little bit more of a risk and a little bit more of a risk, and I think you start getting into doing some unreasonable things, which I've done a lot of. And I've been married a couple of times, and just have not had the ability to sustain, some things that I wish I could have. I guess they're regrets. But I've got to reinvent again a little bit to restabilize, so I don't, I just can't be, this RV life, you have to be prepared. I mean, way prepared. And I know I don't know who watches. I mean, I don't know who's going to watch this, but you guys that are out there doing this and being successful and having your blogs and your travel stuff and showing all your great pictures and everything, I don't know how. I don't think that's all real. And I don't hear a lot of you people talk about struggles. And when y'all do, it's like an episode about top 10 struggles, and it's these little bleeps of things. And I think there's, like anything else that goes on out with Instagram and social media and things like that, it's not as romantic. I mean, unless you're prepared. And look, I did a lot of things I wanted to do with this, but it was, I don't, unless you're work camping, and unless you don't need much to cover yourself monthly financially, and you can live that lifestyle, that's different than RVing and traveling consistently and seeing things, because that does cost money. And if you are working, you have to have excellent internet, and you have to learn how to navigate, or know how to navigate where to go and where to be, and be able to do what you want to do. So that's a formula that in this short period of time I was not able to put together before. I have emotionally just, working right now. I mean, I'm stuck in ghetto park. I don't want to be there. I've been ghetto real life and white trash and I don't want. There's nothing nature about where I have to be right now, except for I'm further outside of a town. But I'm not. What I'm looking at is sewer pipes and frickin' sides of RVs and close together and just patches of ground here and there and just filthy restroom. So I tend to want to do everything in my own unit, which is so small. So there's just all these things, and I don't, not at all complaining about anything around this. I'm just I'm just trying to, I'm getting this out and trying to talk about it. And as I'm doing that, I'm losing a little bit of that emotion, and it's clearing my mind up. And that's part of all this process for me, because I've never known who I am. I think I've been functioning again, I'm always living on the brink and survival, and I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense right now, but so I'm making some changes. This is who I am. I do know being wild and having that nature about me, no matter what environment I'm in, is a little bit more what I'm about. But I so have a desire to want to be beneficial and help people, and I think it's been evidenced by any work that I've done has been the thing I've chosen now to do. I'm going to back off of. Everything I do now is more of contract basis, so I'm not locked in or anything, but as an employee. But anyways, it's I don't function well unless it's actually a benefit to people. And I think, and there's some lessons in there for me of getting into, I think I learned a lot from my mom and growing up about always putting myself in the, in back of everybody and helping everybody. And, I'm not that, in sales and things. And there was that guy that, was just hoarded, things or fought over things. If it was something that needed to be, a split or any kind of a mutual, I just gave it to the other person. I mean, it's just, there's things like that. So, and a lot of things like that can lead to, you're not taking care of yourself. And so, anyways, I'm continuing on my search, and just wanted to put this out. And I just, I think there's a lot of potential to the RV life, and I think you just gotta be ready. And I'm around a lot of people, and I don't know about you guys going to some of these parks, and I've been to a lot of parks in the last 3 months. I don't. All this is being put out on social media and all this stuff around this lifestyle. I don't see it with the people that are in these parks. I see people that are struggling physically. Mostly it's a generation like mine and older, 50 plus, and there seems to be a lot of struggles with things. You can tell, when somebody's struggling financially if you look at their stuff and how they treat it and things like that. And so it's, I'm just, but then I do see a few of those people that are very social and kind of active and get out. But I literally don't see anybody. I see people pulling in here, and I don't know what they're doing. I don't see them going out. I don't see anybody with backpacks. I don't see anybody with hiking shoes. I don't see anybody going, this is even in some of the nice areas I've been to. It's just like they just go park and they put their chairs out and something else to sit in, and, they start a fire and, just sit around and talk and, you know, walk the, you know, I'm sorry, those little tiny, but he's got little tiny dogs. I did a video on that. They don't seem very friendly. But anyways, so I'm still learning about this lifestyle. Anybody has any comments or suggestions or whatever, or you know, wants to be critical of anything I'm saying or doing, or thinks I'm an idiot or fool, you know, it's fine. I mean, I get it, and I'm okay with it. So I'm going to end this now, and I don't know what's going to happen. I may put it on YouTube and Facebook and whatever, but again, my process of putting these things out on video and doing saying some of the things I do, I would like it to be more humorous, but this is going to be more of a serious one. But it's more for me than it is for anybody, in the sense of you know, the searching and finding who I am, and I don't have anybody to talk to out here. I mean, I got my buddy, y'all seen in a video or two, you know. You know, I mean, I don't know. Some of y'all watch my videos, you know about that Band-Aid there. But anyways, it's an interesting existence that I haven't quite figured out yet, but I'm still got a lot of time. So I'll keep everybody posted, and I hope this is not too long of a video. I may edit it a little bit, again, I love my mom. It's her birthday today. She's 83. Even if she doesn't remember who I am right off the bat, we'll get past that, or I will, and we'll continue on, learn whatever we have to learn from it. Cool. All right. See y'all later. Bye. Oh, I got my little clicker. Well, this is on and off on my little video thing here. Bye. Go off.